Assalamualaikum. Today I want to present my research titled Maintenance Performance Characteristic for National Religious Secondary Schools in Malaysia. My name is Amin Radzuan as main author and presenter, and the second author is Harun Mansor, and third author is Ashraf Zainuddin. Before we go further, I want to present the presentation outline. First, it starts with background of the study. Second, literature review. Third, data analysis. And fourth, conclusion. In Malaysia, education has been put on priority since early independence of Malaysia. We can see since first Malaysia Plan, the government provide primary school and also secondary school to get more enrollment for students. The initiative by the government is continued until now, where in recent years, in the year 2018 and 2019, the budget allocated to Ministry of Education of Malaysia stand at 60 billion. It constitutes around 19% from total Malaysian budget. We can see in the same year, in the year 2019, the government has put 650 million and another 100 million for school maintenance and also the construction of dilapidated schools throughout Malaysia. So, in this presentation, I tabulated the status of physical improvement or physical maintenance of dilapidated schools in Malaysia, where we can see from Sarawak, Sabah and Semenanjung, it total of 534 schools which need upgrading and refurbishment to improve the environment of the existing school. In Malaysia, we have more than 10,000 schools and also more than 5 million students, and also budget stand at 60 billion, and also more than 400,000 teachers attached to the school on daily basis. These criteria has indicated that school is a big issue that hovering the government of Malaysia to improve the environment for better education in Malaysia. The total of 10,000 schools consisted of primary school and also secondary schools. In my study, I am focusing on religious or known as National Religious Secondary School, which is now the total school stand at 16 numbers of school throughout Malaysia. What is National Religious Secondary School? Also known as NRSS. The National Religious Secondary School began with the acquisition by the Ministry of Education somewhere in the year 1977, where at that time the government take over 11 state religious schools to be the government school. Since then, the government still continue to put on priority to provide the religious education for Muslims in Malaysia. As you can see at now, according to MOE 2019, there are 16 numbers of National Religious Secondary School throughout Malaysia. National Religious Secondary School is to achieve the development of student education balance with Islamic values and the advancement of world science. It is an effort of the government to provide sound education for Muslim community as a majority in Malaysia, not only to having good understanding value of Islam, but also to cater for advancement of science. The literature review for this study focusing on maintenance performance characteristics. It is developed through extensive review of the literature. It starts with behavior, service delivery, complaint management, safety, leadership, and the last one is Islamic work ethic. So behavior is an act of employees willing to do good deeds without any request or order from the organization. So that means it's the behavior of the employer and also the employee on how to act when they on duty. So second one is complaint management. In maintenance good practice, complaint management is one of the criteria for measuring maintenance performance related to building user satisfaction. So complaint management is also a result of an unfavorable behavior to an item, person or circumstances according to Rahman 2015. So that means in any act of unfavorable or behavior, so the client or the customer or the end user can put on their complaint. So Islamic work ethic is a dedication to work as a virtue. It includes management of individual social lives, social relations at work, independence, self-identity, self-respect, personal growth, and work satisfaction toward achieving a prosperous life. So IWE is the Islamic value that cater to improve social life. The fourth one is leadership. Leadership can be defined as a relationship that creates value and influence other people, action toward the achievement of certain objective. So that means leadership is how the appointed leaders maneuver the subordinate or the staff to achieve the organization goal. In this case, the maintenance aspect. So the fifth one is safety. Safety related to workplace environment can be viewed from many scholars such as Radzuan, where safety is the application of hazard control to the workplace, person and system by integrating into the organization, sustained action. So that means safety is how the process, the procedure, the way certain tasks to be delivered by the employer and also the employee to achieve the certain safety standard. So the last one is service delivery. The same could be viewed in maintenance management, where service delivery was treated as a significant component of maintenance services, not only to fully meet user building need, but also to enhance organizational performance through good maintenance practices. So that means service delivery on how the service delivered to the end user, or in this case, the school users, when performing maintenance works. So after we understand what is the literature review of the 6 identified constructs to be used in this study, so further we go for data analysis. In this study, we are using SPSS version 21. So first, our respondent profile. In this study, I'm covering on 16 numbers of national religious secondary schools throughout Malaysia, where total population is 300 respondents, where each school contributes of 5 respondents constitute of school administrators. The survey is conducted through online survey, SurveyMonkey, where the valid questionnaire received for this research only 134 respondents. So we can see our respondent position, principal, senior assistant principal, and also the chief clerk. So the data analysis start with reliability test of Cronbach alpha. All the 6 constructs recorded more than 0.6, which is considered, according to Hinton et al. 2014, the reliability that exceeds 0.6 is reasonable to accept. So in this case, all 6 constructs are accepted to be further analyzed. The data analysis started with preliminary analysis. So we start with the KMO, or Kaiser Meyer Okin. In this study, the KMO stands at 0.68 and therefore it exceeding 0.5 or higher. So that means the data is suitable for factor analysis. Second, followed by anti-image correlation. In this study, all the anti-image correlation is greater than 0.5, and that's all. The total 31 variable in this study has achieved the value and therefore to be maintained for further analysis. So we go for the next one is data analysis on factors extraction. Start with the communalities. In this study, in this analysis, the communities, 3 identified construct or the variables less than 0.5. So this one need to be removed, known as BHV1, BHV2, and also BHV4. The factors extraction continued with initial eigenvalues. In this study, 6 constructs recorded 60.335%, which is according to ICEHTR et al. 2014. Construct that exceeding initial eigenvalues of 60% is considered able to explain the factors. So that means in this case, all 6 constructs are accepted for the analysis. And then the data is analyzed through rotated component matrix, which is in this case the omission of the earlier 3 factors is further analyzed through component matrix, where additional another 2 factors were removed due to factor loading less than 0.5, known as service SIR3 and also COM5, which is service delivery 3 and also complaint management 5. And so now the balance factors are only 26, which is 5 have been removed. Based on the factor analysis, only 26 maintenance performance characteristics into 6 groups are accepted in this study, where behavior having 2 factors, service delivery with 4 factors, complaint management with 4 factors, safety with 6 factors, leadership with 5 factors, subject work ethic with 5 factors. My study has concluded that only 26 variables with 6 contracts are accepted as a school maintenance performance characteristics for national religious secondary schools in Malaysia. So, in this study, it hoped that one day all schools in Malaysia, in particular national religious secondary school, will have excellent condition with good maintenance performance rather than dilapidated condition and lack of maintenance. Thank you for your attention.